Good morning. Welcome to 4 by 8 Paper Stuff. This is Beth. We are getting down to the wire here. I have chosen to do Mary Shelley and Frankenstein on the same page, and that is from Mab's Draw Halloween. I kind of went to the obvious, in my opinion, with shells. And I found some shells last night in an old Daphne's diary, so I cut them out. One of them has like a pencil and it looks like a tablet. So I said, well, that's a no-brainer. This is Mary Shelley writing on her shells, right? Right. Her notes for Frankenstein, right? Right. Or is it a him? I don't even know. Anyhow, Mary Shelley writing the notes for Frankenstein. So I was trying to get some of the foliage that they had overlapping the tablet in the photo in Daphne's diary. I tried paint. It's a little bit too glossy, even though her pages are pretty matte. I tried the Posco pen and I wasn't getting the result I wanted. I thought I could paint over that. Wasn't quite getting what I wanted. Now maybe I just rushed it. I don't know. So I just cut it off. I cut off that page and then I wanted to cover up a image that I had of books stacked up, but it had like a rose with blood on it. And I did when I cut all these pages out in September from all these magazines that I've been saving for years and years from autumn and Halloween. I didn't know what I wanted to do with them, so I would cut them out and leave obvious things in case I wanted to use one image over another image on the same page. Anyhow, I decided to photocopy the other shells that I have from that same Daphne's Diary page. I tried painting over the Posco, and I don't know if I just didn't let it dry well enough. Anyhow, I was just not getting what I wanted, so I just cut it. And I took those other shells that you can see in the upper left-hand corner above the paint tray. I tried the Stabilos. I tried everything to try to kind of camouflage all of that. I wasn't getting what I wanted. It doesn't look bad here on film, but it was worse in live. So I took the other shells and I photocopied a couple of them, and so I collected more shells on the beach that day than Daphne's diary did. But the one with the tablet with the pencil is like a no-brainer for me as far as Mary Shelley and Frankenstein. Then I have an image of a cake made into a Frankenstein face. That's right there underneath my hand right there. Then I found this other little image and I decided to color him in closely to what the cake is. And all of this is going to balance out Mary Shelley doing her imagining, or okay, let's just figure this out right now. Is Mary Shelley a woman or a man? It's a woman. I thought so. Okay. Creating her character for her novel. Um, so I'm sure she had green frosting available to her whenever that was, in the 1700s, 1800s. And Oreos, and licorice. I'm quite certain that's what she used. So anyhow, all of this to me is art journal fodder with not even thinking. And this is how I knew I always wanted to use that Frankenstein cake. I just didn't know how I was going to do it. And then last night it's like shells. So I was like, well, Daphne's Diary has a lot of cool images with vacations. So I was like, wonder what a summer edition might have. And I happen to have one right here by my leg. I was like, shells, here they are, here they are. Oh my gosh, it's a tablet. Oh my gosh, oh my gosh. Mary Shelley's notes on Frankenstein. Yes, yes, let's go with it. And then I found the stack of books. I'm like, yes, let's go with it. Um, and in the middle of all my stuff, my mother called. So I kind of forgot to turn the camera back on some of it. And don't look under that ruler. There's things for the future under there that I have kind of narrowed down I have 6 more prompts to go in 3 days. So there's some things I'm narrowing down here at the last minute. I did that last night, just kind of fiddling, and it has been fun. I still want to do Whimsy Halloween because Whimsyween, James Burke's pictures on Instagram and everything on his channel of what he's done are amazing. I love them. They're out there, and I like out there. Admittedly, I can't do anything close to what he's done as far as drawing and everything, but the imagination part of the story, behind the story, I can do that, some of it, or at least my version of it. I did have those wanted signs you see on the right, and I was going to put the one for Frankenstein. It says wanted for not, what is it? For not, oh, paying electric bill. I thought that was cute. But I was like, okay, you can only get cutesy so many times. Okay, so this is where I decided to go photocopy some of those images, and then my mom called and I forgot to turn the camera back on. So I have it glued down, and I have all the shells glued awry over that rose with blood on it, and her character drawing of Frankenstein and what it should look like. And one day she made a cake to see what it should look like also, right? Right. And I love this. So her notes are stacked up on a stack of books with her drawing of Frankenstein and her cake of Frankenstein. And I thought, okay, so now what are her notes going to be? So I did get on that there Wikipedia and looked up some of the, I kind of wanted to put like the first line of the novel on there, and I thought, well, let's just put characteristics. So I ended up putting characteristics of Frankenstein, since she's just gathering all her information for her novel, right? Right. This is my favorite kind of journaling. Putting stuff to a story, whether it's true or not, or out there, or a combination of all of the above, or whatever. You know, my mom is doing great. On the days my mom is doing great, my dad kind of fills in with not so great. And that's what a day of today is. And so maybe I'll just eat a Frankenstein cake and just forget being an adult today. But I can't. I can't. I love this. So I'm writing out the characteristics. I wrote chemistry, alchemy, hideously ugly, which is some of the quotes there in Wikipedia, but sensitive, and what was the last bit I wrote? I have to look it back up. Let's see what the last bit was. Oh, people flee from him in horror. So, or flees from him in horror, I think is all I put. I love this. Admittedly, I could have kind of did some more highlighting on the shells, but I left it. I just left it. I didn't want to mess it up, and I'm not in control of watercolors or anything. I kind of, it just happens. So I was like, nope, just leave it alone. Walk away from the shells, Shelley. I love it. He's so cute, but hideously ugly at the same time. Thanks for watching. Subscribe if you can. Oh, and I did have a little bit of an overlap here, so I just cut off part of the page that I had to cut off. I just put on the flap. This is right up my alley. Love it. There's where I'm putting the flap, the leftover on the flap. Even though it's vertical when it was horizontal in originality, but it's okay. I love all that stuff. So thanks for watching. Hopefully I'll be here tomorrow again, and subscribe if you can. I'm on over 100 Instagrammers, real ones, not just the weirdos that show up and then leave 2 days later. So each page, each prompt list, I have 3 left. So I got to get on the stick. We got 3 days left. Right? Right. I love this. That's my Shannon Green custom keeper, which she makes out of vinyl billboards or something to that effect. She's crazy. I like her. She's good crazy, except for when she says white. 3 days left. White, right, white. I know she's Southern, but really? Okay, that was hideous of me. Sorry, maybe I'm related to Frankenstein. Eek. See you all tomorrow. Bye.